24 hours away from the biggest football game in the state of Washington. And it's going to be the first Apple Cup for Cougar freshmen, one specifically who had a journey to get here that's truly remarkable. Our Alyssa Charleston joins us live from Seattle with more on this story. Alyssa, happy Thanksgiving.
Keith, happy Thanksgiving from Seattle. So many things to be grateful for on this holiday, and one Washington State player has even more than anyone can imagine to be grateful for. Every small opportunity that he's been given, he has taken. He was born into a world of war-torn area of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and he's made literally every single opportunity into something so much greater. We have his story right now.
If I just look back like 4 or 5 years ago, just like how I was going to school, living life just to live another day, just thinking about that and how I got here, it's like, hey.
It's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
What's even crazier is the world Cosmas Kwete was living in 15 years ago. Born in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, while it was serving as the battlefield of the deadliest human conflict since World War II.
The war broke loose, and my dad and my mom, like, they saw that the best opportunity for us to like live another day is to like leave and go live in a refugee camp.
Leaving behind the threat of armed fighters or thieves breaking into their home late at night. The family of 9 bussed south to Zimbabwe, trading their life of danger for one of the unknown.
The electricity, you get a schedule, there's the electricity schedule, it comes this time, it goes this time. Clean water, there's specific places you can get clean water. And if you want just like regular bath water or anything, you go somewhere else. School is not the best schooling. It's not in the best conditions, but if you want to go to school, you gotta use what you have.
What he also had was rugby and 2 brothers that all fell in love with it. The sport took them away from their rough and often dangerous world.
But like me, I was having the chance of like escaping that to live in a refugee camp, even though that wasn't the best of life. But I still thank God for that opportunity.
Imagine feeling grateful after spending your entire childhood in a refugee camp. But after 13 years in Zimbabwe, their most life-changing opportunity came knocking.
My dad told us that we'll get a chance to relocate, to resettle in America. There'll be a really good chance for us to start over. And then from that, like when I had that news, I almost broke down. Like I was so happy, like what I watch on TV, like how the American life is, you know, it's something you want to be part of.
He would become part of something very American right away when a coach at his new high school first caught sight of Cosmas and his brothers.
He saw us and then he was like, boys, what do you guys want to do here? And then we're like, well, here's to play soccer and rugby. And that's like, you play rugby? He said, oh, you won't like football.
With his size, speed, and rugby mentality, Cosmas was a natural on defense. Football scholarship offers from all over the country started rolling in, but he wasn't making a decision on his new home without his family.
I love my mom. I'm really close with my mom. I'm not a mama's boy, but I love my mom. And when I came up for my visit, my mom loved the school. She loved the coaches, the environment. She thought it was the best situation for me.
Just a few years removed from their old situation, where safety was never promised. This quaint college town tucked away in the hills of the Palouse seemed like the perfect opposite.
Like coming in Pullman, you know, Pullman is one of the well secure places. It's like, you can walk in Pullman any time of the day you want, any time of the night you want. It's most likely nothing will happen to you.
First time you're away from your brothers and your family.
Yeah.
Has it been hard?
It's been hard, but sometimes we talk and it's like, and he tells me like, we'll meet again someday, but you gotta make sure you take care of business first.
Business means getting a degree in civil engineering, determined to bring hope to a place that had none for the Kwete family.
One of my goals is to go back in Africa, going back to like our Congo, you know, just, you know, how the infrastructure is really poor and everything. So just kind of like starting your own like foundation and like building stuff over there and like take off my people, if I could say that, yeah.
And that's all that ever has mattered to Cosmas, is giving back. All he's been through, it's crazy to think that he is the last person that he thinks of. He's thinking about his future and the future of his country, maybe going back and changing it for good. It's going to be fun to watch his journey through Washington State to see what he can do, because he's already improved so fast football-wise. But as a person, Keith, you and I both saw it, that smile was contagious. It's just crazy all he's been through, and he has such a bright outlook on the world. It's going to be incredible to see, as I said, to see what he does in the future.
Thank you, Alyssa, for telling that story. Wonderful job on that package. Definitely somebody we can root for, and maybe even Husky fans can root for just a little bit in that Apple Cup game.